That was 0 jams.
Yeah, if I feel something though, I'll...
Ooh.
Yeah, it's fine, but it feels like something's catching.
There is something that catches if you fire it too fast. But
no jams though.
I would also make the argument you would never fire that blaster that fast in reality.
Yeah.
It's summer time, and that means we got brand new Dart Zone blasters. This time sent to us directly from Dart Zone themselves. Are you excited, Luchathor? That's the funny thing. So, why do you explain why we're not excited? Some kind of event happened recently where all the blasters were.
Oh yeah, they were all not working. They're not functioning well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, this is being filmed after that event. So our expectations for these blasters are exceedingly low. So it should be noted that Dart Zone is actually upping the ante this year. Do you know what this blaster is supposed to hit out of the box, FPS-wise?
Like 200.
That's a lot for a blaster that you can get like right out of the box, unless you bought a Worker Swift. And this is only available online, like the Worker Swift. So this blaster retails at $130, and it is the Dart Zone Pro Mark 1.2. Now there's Dart Zone Pro, there's Dart Zone Pro 1.1, there's Nexus Pro, there's the Max Striker, and now there's the 1.2.
A lot of numbers. It's almost like a Kingdom Hearts title.
It really frickin' is. This is another mag-fed pump-action primary style blaster from Dart Zone in the quality that you should know and love. Or so we hope. We've alluded to stuff earlier. We have not unboxed this yet, but inside, as I cover up the Luchathor, there's a lot of stuff in here. You get the blaster itself. The front part does come off if you want to just take off these thumb screws and make it even more compact, but then you get the piece that locks that front into place so you can actually use it. Does it go on a specific side? We're just gonna kind of just like that. I don't know if I like that.
It'd be a good way to disable someone in a battle. Just yank this out.
You get a stock. Now, interesting about the stock is not only is it adjustable, it's foldable, which is oh,
Comes off too.
no stock, cool. And then
it clicks in place if it's fully extended.
you wanna test that stock for us, cause that's
Yeah, it's pretty.
So it should be noted, it's actually like an N-Strike tactical stock attachment, but I don't know why they do that for their pro stuff, especially when the rails are Picatinny rails.
You can see the flex.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. What about the collapse? Like, does it?
Nope.
Ah, that's good.
Yep, pretty good.
You get a mag adapter, because for some reason the Pro Blaster still swaps between full-length and half-length darts.
And they only come with half lengths.
Half-length bamboo darts. 2 magazines. Half-length only. No full-length mags included. Why does it... Spare O-rings. A weaker spring, if you really want a weaker spring in there for it to not hit as hard, which, how do you actually, you have to take this entire thing apart to replace the spring, huh?
Beep, 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 and then a twist.
That's a direct downgrade from the Nexus Pro. And some Dart Zone goggles that will immediately fog up no matter what you do. Are you feeling pro yet?
I feel like that kid from the Burger King Kids Club.
That's a reference nobody's gonna understand. You do get these cool sights, and the rear one is actually adjustable. So, first impressions?
Grips, it's okay. I feel like it's a downgrade from the 1.0 and the 1.1.
It's pretty solid, and the front grip, so both of them are rubberized. Priming doesn't have that disgusting slop. I guess we complained enough about that they got rid of it. Dude, this stock.
Yeah, it's stock.
This is That is ridiculous. Does have tactical rails on the side, a full-length tactical rail at the front, nothing on the bottom. That's got to have tactical rail underneath of it, right?
So.
Well, we will check that. So you can put on some kind of M4 style stock on the end of it, but that's
it's still gonna flex right here.
That's
right
awful. Like, I'm not playing that up for the camera. This is unusable. There's really no way to fix that because it's a NERF style. Like, you could put a NERF stock on it, it would probably be a little bit better because the mounting point seems really good. Nice worker stock.
It still flexes a little bit. Yeah.
It's better, but it's not good for the real fun. That's not bad.
Yeah. Let's see if I'm praying. That's way better.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay, we fixed it.
Yeah, so get rid of the folding thing.
All right, well, we'll load it up and take it to the chronograph and then shoot it outside and see how good it is. You could probably have a Nexus Pro hit 200 FPS without even taking the blaster apart.
Yeah. Maybe a better barrel, but yeah, for the most part, yeah. We will now be chronoing the Mark 1.2 with the darts it came with. 218, 220, 214, 217, 210, 239, 238, 214.
Wow. Does that change your opinion a little bit?
I feel dumb now. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, oh, I have thoughts about this.
Yeah, guess I'll eat my own words.
All right, we're at the indoor range. I've got an optic on the Dart Zone Pro Mark 1.2 here. The optic is just so I have a red dot on the target to eliminate as much variableness as possible. It's not about the accuracy at the silhouette, but put the dot right in the center of it, and we're gonna see what the grouping is like to judge the inherent accuracy of the Dart Zone Pro Mark 1.2. I've got a rest here, and I'm gonna start with the original darts. However, these are not indicative of what this blaster is capable of, because quite frankly, not a whole lot of people are going to be using the original dart. So after a group with the original darts, I'm going to be swapping over to the much more ubiquitous Adventure Force Pro darts. Now, when we swap to the Adventure Force Pro darts, it's important to remember that those are a bit heavier than the darts it came with. So we are going to see changes when it comes to the grouping, but it shouldn't affect the accuracy that much, I hope. All right, it's a little bit awkward, but here we are. Oh, that was such a good group up until that last shot. But it was still very impressive for a foam dart. And now, same exact test just using brand new Adventure Force Pro darts. And the grouping was much worse, but I have a theory of why that is. This blaster does not feature any kind of stabilization. Normally we use something called a scar barrel, which actually has rifling at the end of the muzzle here, which would impart spin to the dart and make it more accurate. I'm guessing they figure they don't need that because the bamboo darts work flawlessly out of it. But the issue with the bamboo darts is that while they're super freaking good, they're very expensive. I've only seen them sold on Amazon now, and it's way too expensive to actually be using as ammo. So most people probably aren't going to touch them, and that means that you're probably going to have to figure out some kind of scar barrel if you're going to be running this thing with the normal spring load, which again is still going to be around at or over 200 FPS even with a slightly heavier dart. But now let's throw them against an actual target test. All right, now this test is going to be completely subjective because it's 10 shots at the target. I won't be using anything other than the sights and everything it came with. We're going to see how I can perform, starting with the included bamboo darts. So first to figure out if this thing is actually accurate with the iron sights. It's a little bit low. I'm sure I can adjust them, and honestly, there we go. Let's try that again. Yep, still a little bit low, so we'll just aim up a little bit. A little bit more. Ooh. It's a little cramped when priming it. But a 75 is an excellent score for freehand target. The first two shots were placement shots where I had the iron sights on backwards, so I probably could have done a little bit better. Let's see if that carries on to the Adventure Force Pro darts. Ooh. I definitely felt like the bamboo were much more accurate, but besides one little hang up that was pretty much as good, a 7-point difference. Not that much, but it is enough to show that the other darts were in fact accurate, way more accurate.
We're going to see if this has picoting under here, but it looks like there's a sleeve you have to remove first before you can get these screws. So this does in fact have Picatinny rail underneath.
Yeah, for somebody like me, I'd rather have a angled foregrip or a horizontal foregrip on something like that. So yeah, no, that's pretty cool. It's a shame it's just so hard to take off that grip. Yeah, so what about the spring? Ooh.
Yeah, so 4 screws. Oh, going back to this, there's 5 screws in total here. There's 4 screws here, and some lube there. Looks like there's a thing here that is very tight. It's very tight.
Can you get it without pliers?
Oh, that is it. There's another screw right here.
Oh, why?
So, okay, never mind. 5 in the back. One of them's hidden. So I have to remove this screw. That's fine, and yeah. That's weird. Oops, sorry.
Kinda?
I think for me, my big hands, these rails are getting in the way. The side ones.
You really can't. Yeah, it is. They are. Yep, I guess we can't really use that one. I mean, it technically works, but... I have small hands. This video went in a completely different direction than we thought it was gonna go.
Yep.
Imagine all the silly people that only watched the first part of it and then immediately left a comment, because every single review and every single person I've talked to about this blaster, I've actually checked multiple reviews after we went out and shot this thing, have called it some of the worst blaster. It just doesn't work. It has so many problems, do not buy it. And that's a hard position to be in. And unfortunately, with the Mark 1.2, you tried.
I tried.
and yet it worked flawlessly. Does that mean that it was like absolutely perfect for everybody? No, but I was watching videos of the people who were saying that they had issues with this, and they were literally trying to slam fire the thing. And if you're trying to slam fire a blaster like this, why does every competitive player tell me slam fire is useless if they're trying to fire this thing that fast? If you try to fire this thing, if you have to fire faster than that, I don't know what to tell you, because that's stupid fast. It is a little sticky.
Yeah, it feels weird, but it didn't fail.
But we just nerfed yesterday with high-powered blasters. We didn't use any of the 1.2s. Nobody fired that fast ever. That includes people that had Conquest Pros, which have slam fire. You just pretty much don't. With the included darts, and we'll talk about the included darts, it hits over 215, 220 FPS easy. The darts flew completely straight. Actually, I really like the bamboo darts. They're just ridiculously expensive darts, and I could never recommend them beyond how cool it is to shoot them at a target or a chronograph, but they're really good. But they hit hard, they fly straight. I had zero issues with them, even though they're lighter than other like Adventure Force Pro darts, and we tested Adventure Force Pro darts too, and definitely the green ones went farther.
Yeah.
But I found that the green bamboo darts were more accurate, at least in terms of flight path out of this blaster, which made no sense. But those Adventure Force Pro darts were not nearly as stable in flight. They were flying slower out of this blaster. And this whole review goes in a completely different direction because everybody says do not buy. And honestly, this blaster's not made for us. It was never meant to be a blaster for us because we have, I would just say get a Worker Swift. You're gonna have a far better experience with a Worker Swift, and that experience is worth the extra $50, $60 to get a Worker Swift over the 1.2. But for the $120, I guess it's $130 on their website, but their brochures they sent with the blaster said $120. Amazon didn't even have it on their website yet, so I couldn't even pick it up, but they had the Mark 2.1, and that was only $100. For 120 bucks, consistent 200 FPS, no scar barrel, and no way to really put one on it without getting like a 3D printed special one or something. That's a downside. I'm really, really happy with it.
First off, this just needs to get out of here.
The stock is garbage.
Yeah, don't do it.
Which means you're also gonna have this knob for it to lock on the side of the blaster that's just always gonna be there.
Strike number 2, that. Why are we still using full length?
It's so difficult because it's literally meant for a person who wants to just open up the box and literally have 200 FPS. They don't want anything else. But if you already have a Nexus Pro, if you already have a Mark 1.1 or a 1.0, do you have to buy this thing? Unless you're seriously, like you won't even just take out a screw on the back of your Nexus Pro, twist the cap off and shove in a better spring that you bought on Amazon or something for 10 bucks. Yeah, sure, buy this. But for most of you, you're not going to, but if you are looking at one, I can't tell you that they're all bad, because here we have one that works fine and we tried to break it. It's not terrible. At least ours wasn't. I would be comfortable throwing this at somebody in a war and them using it, because ours seems to work fine. So if you absolutely have to have this thing, it's a lot better than other people are making it out to be. I'm not saying it's the end all be all. I wish it was a different blaster because I'm tired of these reiterations that seem to be one step forward, 2 steps back. That's all we've got for you, which in my opinion is a lot. I'm Walcom S7, and this is Luchathor 13. Thank you very much for watching this video. Chances are I've got to the end and you like what we do here, so please hit like, get subscribed, ring the bell, leave a comment, do all that algorithmic garbage to help the channel grow.
And help the hobby grow.
And of course, we hope to see you in an entirely different video. And yes, we're both sweating horrendously because we're standing right next to what we call the beam cannon, which is like a 1,000-watt light. I'm getting a tan right now.
Hidden feature, there's a carry handle if you do this.
As I cover up the Luchathor, there's a lot of stuff in here. Oh, this is actually gonna be funny because I'm gonna load you up. So you're gonna start with blaster, and then we'll just cut to the stock being on it.
Oh, okay. I just heard load me up and I'm like,